Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Donjo number 15 door reinforcing plate. This is the number 15. It's represented by this profile of what it is. The CW in the part number refers to the fact that the latch bolt is mortised, and that the AB stands for the fact that this is an antique brass finish. And yes, that looks scratched, but it's only the peel away protective film covering the pristine 609 or US 5 antique brass finish that you see there. Okay, so what is a number 15? The 15 is specifically made for Kaba accesses, or Kaba Ilko. Kaba Access is how I guess it would be called now. They're simplex. They're mechanical combination locks. They're 1000 series, the absolute, industry standard, common, original style mechanical, combination lock. So, what this is for now is that lock. You're going to require those preparations, as you see here. Sometimes here, but not for all functions. Not all functions will require that hole. But nonetheless, because you've got those large rectangular plates that you're going to have on the 15 or the Kaba Access, Kaba Ilko Simplex, the 15 is the unit that you're going to use for that. Okay. Now this is shown. Okay. This is available in 3 finishes: AB for antique brass. That's going to be, again, solid brass. And I'll tell you, this is an incredibly heavy plate. This plate alone weighs over 2.5 pounds. It's a substantial piece of hardware is what it is. It's also going to be available in the PB, which is polished brass. Same brass base material with a polished finish on it with a lacquer over that polish. The 609 is also going to have a lacquer as well. Not 609, but the AB, or the antique brass. We would call it 609. That has a lacquer. The polished brass is 605. That will also have the lacquer, as I said. And then, of course, S for stainless. That will be solid stainless with a satin finish on it. This is 22 gauge material. This is 14 inches tall. This is 5 inches deep. This is specifically going to be intended for a 2 3/4 back set lock. You can see that that's a little bit heavy there because I'm measuring to the outside of the plate, and that's not really the true measurement of the back set, but it's for 2 3/4 back set locks. It is specifically for an 1 3/4 door. That's crucial and important to realize. Give you an idea of where this falls from the top of the plate to the top of the prep. You're about 8.5 inch. Okay, where that is. That preparation is going to be 2 1/4 tall, 1 1/8 wide. Now there is a link below this video to a document called Template, and that's handy because it will show you all of the important dimensional details that I've not provided in the video. So those are there for your review. Furthermore, what we're doing is taking stock of the fact that this is a fairly uncommon plate, but if you've got, and I see those mechanical combination locks in, not so much anymore, but in department stores where they've got hardware like that, and the door's just damaged. And the fact of the matter is, we sell these to branches of the government as well, because they've got doors that are decades old, and the lock is, working perfectly. It's just the door has been fatigued or damaged, and this is absolutely the path of least resistance to keep good operation out of that door. May not look beautiful, and people never install these on a new installation. Well, very rarely. But the fact of the matter is it salvages the door. You're going to get screws with this material as well. You're going to get the 4 screws for attaching it. You're going to need one here and one here, one here and one here. Then you're going to get the 2 832 flat undercut head machine screws for attaching the latch bolt directly to the plate, because there are some insert nuts that are in here. And the fact of the matter is, if your door is so sufficiently destroyed that there's nothing to screw the latch bolt to, you attach it directly to this plate. So when I install these, I first of all will mortise the area of the latch bolt on the door to fit this as tight as possible. I will get this pushed onto the door, and then I'm going to test the door operation to make sure that it's going to work and take any preventative sort of machining necessary to begin with. Maybe have to plane off a very small amount off the door so that it actually continues to close, or is not so tight that it is prevented from opening. Then when I pre-drill my holes for the screws and run them in, I will pre-drill that hole on an ever so slight angle, an incredibly 1 degree angle, so that it just tightens it, pulls it against the door when the undercut, when the flat underside of the screw becomes flush with the face of the plate. I really just want it to tug itself right down tight over the door. Just a small amount is what I'll do. These take up a substantial amount of space. You will have to prep down here on the back of the door really to get it as tight as possible. Now, the name Danjo is synonymous with door reinforcing plates and latch protectors, for that matter. Those two product segments from Danjo are what they're most notorious for. Everybody knows Danjo for a reinforcing plate, and they make them for all instances, literally. If there's not a part number specifically for your lock, they will make a custom one. It's not a problem. I've had them do it countless times. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up the full line product catalog, but more usefully, pull up the subsections of that full line catalog, because it's too unwieldy. It's too large of a download document. And you're going to be able to see that they do a lot more than wraparound plates and latch protectors. Extended lip strike plates, ladder pulls, pivots, trim and auxiliary hardware like door stops, kick plates, push and pull hardware, a comprehensive offering of trim and auxiliary hardware. If you have any questions on the Danjo number 15 CW AB antique brass for Akaba Ilko Simplex Unican mechanical combination lock, or any other Danjo product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.